Imagine waking up to silence that feels heavy, like a thick blanket, not the peaceful quiet you sometimes crave, but the kind that feels empty, no rushing footsteps, no phone buzzing with messages, nobody calling your name from another room. The house looks the same, but something deep inside you has shifted. That silence isn't calming anymore. It's loneliness, and it can ache in a way no noise ever could. This is a tough truth we rarely talk about, isn't it? The simple, stark reality that you can get older and find yourself standing pretty much on your own. Think about it. Your kids, they're likely busy with their own lives, maybe far away, caught up in their own daily grind, just trying to make it work. Your partner, the one who was your whole world, they might be gone now, lost to time or circumstances beyond your control. And your friends, the ones who shared all those old stories, who knew the younger you. Some may have passed on, others have simply drifted away as life happens. And suddenly, here you are, at the end of a long road, looking around, and the big question whispers, what now? This isn't just some abstract idea you read in a book. This is real for so many people. It's facing that empty space, that quiet void. And let's be honest, it can feel absolutely terrifying. It's that moment you realize the world you were so deeply connected to has somehow moved forward without you. But wait, take a deep breath and listen closely, because this isn't the final chapter, not even close. This is actually the beginning of a different kind of truth, a deeper one. Yes, it might be tough, even brutal at times, but it also holds the power to redeem you, because in that quiet, you are finally given the space to truly see yourself. And if you can find the courage to sit with that, to really face what's there, you might just discover a strength and depth you never knew you had. Getting older isn't just about your body changing. It's a chance for your spirit, your very soul, to become something more refined, more beautiful. But that only happens if you let it. Too many people, when they face this quiet solitude in later life, they start to shrink. Their sense of worth begins to crumble. They tell themselves things like, I'm not needed anymore, or my best days are behind me. They might sit by the window, watching the world go by, feeling like prisoners in their own homes. And slowly, piece by piece, they start to disappear, first on the inside, then sometimes even visibly. But here's the absolutely crucial part. It doesn't have to be that way. That path, that's a choice. And today, I want to share 3 powerful things, 3 specific actions you can take when you find yourself older and alone. These aren't quick fixes or ways to numb the pain. They are ways to meet that pain head-on, to grow right through it, and to reclaim your own sense of purpose. If you really listen to what I'm about to say, it could honestly reshape the rest of your life. Are you ready? Let's dive in. The very first thing you absolutely must do is this: make peace with the silence. And I don't mean just tolerating it, I mean genuinely befriending it. You have to shift your perspective and see that the quiet around you isn't an enemy. It's actually a teacher. Think about your younger years. Life was loud, right? Kids needed rides, work demanded your time, the dog barked, the phone was always ringing. You were pulled in a million directions. And without even realizing it, you probably avoided the very thing that could have shown you who you truly are, the quiet moments of self-reflection. But now, the external noise has faded. And you're left with something that might feel a little unsettling, your own inner voice. If you ignore that voice for too long, it can turn bitter, even resentful. It might whisper things like, why does nobody care about me anymore? Or maybe I don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But if you take the time to truly listen to it, not just to the complaints, but to the deeper feelings beneath them, you'll start to uncover something much more profound. The silence isn't there to torment you, it's there to reveal you. So grab a notebook, sit in that quiet space, write down your thoughts, think about who you were, the amazing journey you've had, and who you still are right now. Because you haven't vanished, you just stopped hearing yourself amidst all the noise of a busy life. Now, with the silence pressing in, it's your chance to listen again. And who knows? You might just discover that the most interesting and important conversations of your life are the ones you have with yourself. Does this idea of befriending the silence resonate with you? Let me know by typing "silence is a teacher" in the comments below. Okay, on to the second thing. This one can be challenging, but it's essential. You must take responsibility for something, anything. Especially now, when the external demands might have lessened. The moment you give up responsibility, you risk shrinking on the inside, psychologically collapsing. And that is not a fate anyone deserves. When you were younger, responsibility was often just part of the package: raising kids, building a career, managing finances. But as you get older, often no one is demanding those things from you anymore. And that's a real loss, because the psychological need to feel needed, to have something depend on you, doesn't disappear with age. In fact, it often becomes even more vital. You need a reason to get up in the morning and feel like something, anything, requires your attention, your care. Maybe it's tending to a small garden. Maybe it's taking a daily walk and making an effort to pick up litter in your neighborhood. Maybe it's making a regular phone call every Tuesday to someone you know is even lonelier than you are. Find something to serve, something small, something real and tangible. Please don't fall for the poisonous lie that you have nothing left to give. You have a lifetime of wisdom. You have invaluable experience. You've endured things, you've suffered, you've overcome challenges younger people can't even begin to imagine. That makes you incredibly valuable, but only if you choose to put that value into action. Responsibility gives shape to the difficult feelings. It gives your day purpose. It transforms that feeling of "I'm alone" into "I'm needed." And trust me, you need that feeling more than almost anything else. If this point about responsibility speaks to you, tell me what small responsibility you could take on this week in the comments. Let's inspire each other. Now, the third thing you absolutely must do when you're older and alone might be the most spiritually demanding. You must forgive, not because the people who hurt you necessarily deserve it, that's not the point, but because you deserve to be free. As we age, we often carry a heavy load of emotional baggage, old regrets, lingering bitterness, wounds that never quite healed. Maybe it's the child who doesn't call as often as you hoped. Maybe it's a friend who betrayed your trust. Maybe it's your own past mistakes and failures that haunt you. And all that pain, over time, can harden inside you. It can start to define who you are without you even realizing it. You might become cynical. You might start expecting disappointment around every corner, even looking for it. You might interpret every quiet moment as rejection, every absence as abandonment. And slowly, tragically, you can start to isolate yourself, not because no one loves you, but because your pain has convinced you they couldn't possibly. But listen closely to this truth. You have the power to release that pain. You don't have to pretend it didn't hurt like hell. You don't have to excuse the wrong things that were done to you. But you can make a conscious, powerful decision and say, "I will not let this pain dictate the final chapter of my life." Forgiveness isn't about excusing the past. It's about choosing to stop letting that past pain poison your present moments. And you need to let it go, not for them, but for your own peace, your own freedom. Because if you don't, you become a prisoner to what happened. And whatever time you have left in this life becomes nothing more than a faint echo of all the hurts you never moved past. Is that truly what you want for yourself? Or do you want something more, something nobler? Do you want to walk into the later years of your life with your head held high, your shoulders back, knowing that even without applause or external recognition, you became a person truly worth becoming? That's the real challenge of getting older. It's not about retirement plans or bingo games or how many cruises you can afford. It's about how much courage you still have inside you. Can you look into the silence and see not emptiness, but a space for growth, for self-discovery? Can you take on the weight of responsibility even when no one is demanding it? Can you choose to forgive, not because it's easy, but because it's the right thing for your own soul, your own future? These aren't small, easy tasks, I know, but you are not a small person. You've survived so much, lost so much, loved so deeply. You weren't put on this earth to spend your remaining years fading away emotionally and psychologically. That's not a fitting end. That's not what you were created for. You were built to endure. You were built to face challenges, even the quiet, internal ones. And even when the world seems to have stopped needing things from you, you can still demand something incredible from yourself. So, stand up straight. Pull your shoulders back. Walk into tomorrow not waiting for someone else to rescue you, but actively choosing, to be your own source of strength, your own redeemer. And let me share one final, crucial thought before I go. You are truly not as alone in this as you might feel right now. There are others, thousands, maybe millions, feeling this exact same weight you're feeling, watching videos like this, searching for some kind of hope or connection. You are not the only one carrying this particular kind of pain, but you have the chance to be one of the ones who transforms it. So, if any of this resonated with you, please don't just listen and scroll away. Do something. Take a moment to reflect. Leave a comment below and share one thing you will do this week to practice one of these 3 principles. Share a little bit of your own story if you feel comfortable. Share this video with someone you know who needs to hear this message. Take one small step today, right now, to reclaim your own voice and your own sense of purpose, because you are not done yet. You are not finished. And you are absolutely, unequivocally not alone. You still have something valuable to offer this world, and believe me, the world still needs what you have to give. So, start living like you know it. What was the most important takeaway for you from this message? Share it in the comments below. And if you want more content like this to help you navigate life's challenges and find strength in difficult times, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. Let's keep this conversation going.